Have you ever stopped to wonder why every fourth Thursday of November we gather around a table laden with turkey, stuffing, and pumpkin pie? Indeed, we're talking about Thanksgiving, a day when we pause to express gratitude for the blessings of the harvest and the preceding year. But how did this annual tradition come about? Let's unravel the origins of Thanksgiving. The story takes us back to the year 1621, to a small settlement in Plymouth, Massachusetts. Here, a group of Englishmen and women, known as the Pilgrims, had set up a colony. The Pilgrims had faced a harsh winter the previous year, which led to the loss of many lives. However, with the help of the Wampanoag tribe, they learned to cultivate the land, and by autumn they had a successful harvest. To celebrate this bounty, the Pilgrims decided to hold a feast and invited the Wampanoag to join them. This feast wasn't just an evening dinner, but a 3-day celebration filled with food, games, and camaraderie. The menu was likely quite different from our modern Thanksgiving dinner. Instead of turkey and cranberry sauce, the settlers and the Wampanoag probably feasted on venison, corn, shellfish, and roasted meat. So you see, the first Thanksgiving was not a holiday, but a harvest celebration. It was a time of coming together, of sharing, and of rejoicing in the success of a season's hard work. There were no parades, no football, and certainly no Black Friday shopping. It was a simple gathering that embodied a powerful sentiment: gratitude. And while the Thanksgiving we celebrate today has grown and evolved, the essence of that initial feast persists, a time to gather with loved ones, to share a meal, and to express our gratitude for the blessings we've received. So, the birth of Thanksgiving was more of a harvest celebration rather than the holiday we know today. But as we'll see, it's a celebration that's continued to evolve, carrying with it the spirit of gratitude and togetherness. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the evolution of Thanksgiving. But how did this harvest celebration evolve into the national holiday we celebrate today? Well, the journey of Thanksgiving from a simple harvest celebration to a national holiday is quite a fascinating one. While the original feast between the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag tribe in 1621 is often regarded as the first Thanksgiving, the holiday was not celebrated regularly in the following centuries. In fact, it was more of a sporadic event observed differently by various communities across the country, that all changed during the American Civil War, a period of deep division and strife. In 1863, at the height of the Civil War, President Abraham Lincoln sought to foster a sense of unity and gratitude among the American people. Amidst the turmoil, he issued a proclamation declaring the last Thursday in November as a day of thanksgiving and praise to our beneficent Father who dwelleth in the heavens. This was a significant move, as it not only established a consistent date for the holiday, but also highlighted its purpose, a time to express gratitude for the blessings of the year and the bounty of the harvest. Thanksgiving was no longer just a harvest festival, but a national day of thanks, a beacon of hope during a turbulent time. However, even after Lincoln's proclamation, the date of Thanksgiving was not set in stone. It was shifted around by subsequent presidents until 1941, when Congress finally declared the fourth Thursday of November as the official Thanksgiving Day. So, what began as a simple harvest celebration among a small group of settlers and Native Americans over time evolved into a national holiday, a day dedicated to expressing our gratitude for the blessings in our lives, a day for families and friends to come together, and a day to remember the origins of this great nation. It is a testament to the enduring spirit of gratitude and unity that underpins the American ethos, a spirit that has allowed Thanksgiving to evolve, to grow, and to become a cherished tradition across the nation. And thus, Thanksgiving became a national holiday, a beacon of unity during a time of division. So, when did the turkey, stuffing, and pumpkin pie become the staple of this holiday? Well, as we delve into the heart of Thanksgiving, we find that the traditional feast we know and love today is a relatively recent invention. You see, the original Thanksgiving meals bore little resemblance to our modern-day spread. Instead, they were more of a potluck of whatever the Pilgrims and Native Americans could scrounge up. The turkey, that centerpiece of the Thanksgiving table, was not always the star of the show. In fact, it wasn't until the mid-19th century that this bird took center stage. The turkey was seen as a uniquely American bird, and with its large size, it was the perfect choice to feed a gathering of family and friends. The stuffing, or dressing as it's sometimes called, also has roots in the 19th century. Originally, It was a simple mixture of bread and herbs used to add flavor to the turkey. Over time, it evolved into a dish in its own right, with regional variations that include everything from cornbread in the south to wild rice in the Midwest. And then there's the pumpkin pie. While pumpkins were a part of the early Thanksgiving meals, the sweet spiced pie we associate with the holiday didn't make an appearance until the early 1800s. The dessert quickly gained popularity, becoming synonymous with the holiday. But it's not just the food that has evolved over time. The tradition of gathering with family and friends, of taking a moment to express gratitude, has also become a core part of the holiday. So, while the turkey, the stuffing and the pumpkin pie might be a more recent addition to the Thanksgiving table, they have become integral parts of the holiday. They are more than just food, they are symbols. Symbols of abundance, of family, of gratitude. The traditional Thanksgiving meal as we know it is a relatively new tradition, yet it has quickly become the heart of the holiday. But is Thanksgiving just about the food? In the frantic flurry of cooking, carving and consuming, it's easy to assume that Thanksgiving revolves around the table groaning under the weight of a roasted turkey and all the trimmings. But the essence of Thanksgiving goes far beyond the culinary delights. Thanksgiving, in its truest form, is a celebration of unity, a time when families and friends come together and take a moment to appreciate each other's presence. It's about setting aside our digital distractions, the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, and focusing on the people around us. It's about sharing stories, laughter, and creating memories that will last a lifetime. Moreover, Thanksgiving is a time for gratitude. It's a day to reflect on the blessings of the past year, to acknowledge the good in our lives, and to express our gratitude for them. The feast is a symbol, a tangible reminder of the abundance we often take for granted. As we fill our plates with turkey and stuffing, we're reminded of the richness in our lives, not just in terms of material wealth, but in love, health, and happiness. Thanksgiving is also about giving. It's about extending our hands to those less fortunate, sharing our blessings, and spreading the warmth of this special day. It symbolizes the spirit of generosity and kindness that we should embody, not just on this day, but throughout the year. Lastly, Thanksgiving is about heritage and tradition. It's a nod to our past, a tribute to the early settlers who celebrated their first successful harvest. And as we continue to celebrate this day, we're not just keeping a tradition alive, we're strengthening the bond that ties us to our roots, to our history, and to each other. So, as you gather around the table this Thanksgiving, remember to look beyond the turkey and the pie. See the love, the gratitude, the generosity, and the tradition that this day symbolizes. Thanksgiving is not just a feast, but a time of reflection and gratitude. So, how is Thanksgiving celebrated today? Well, quite interestingly, it seems Thanksgiving has taken on a life of its own in our modern world. The holiday has evolved to include new traditions that are as varied and diverse as the people who celebrate them. For many, Thanksgiving Day kicks off with a flurry of activity in the kitchen. The aroma of roasting turkey, the sizzle of sweet potatoes, and the comforting smell of fresh pumpkin pie fill homes across the nation. But while the meal is a crucial part of the celebrations, it's just one piece of the festive puzzle. You see, Thanksgiving has also become a day of sport and competition. The tradition of watching football on Thanksgiving Day has become as much a part of the holiday as the turkey itself. Families and friends gather around the television, cheering for their favourite teams, sharing in the thrill of the game. But it's not just about sitting on the couch and watching the game. Many communities host turkey trot races on Thanksgiving morning. It's a fun and healthy tradition that allows people to burn off some of those extra calories before the big meal. And then there's the tradition of volunteering. Thanksgiving, after all, is about giving thanks and giving back. Many people choose to spend part of their holiday serving meals at local shelters or participating in food drives. It's a heartwarming way to spread the spirit of Thanksgiving and make a meaningful difference in the lives of others. In a global context, Thanksgiving has also made its way to other countries. Expats and locals alike gather to celebrate, bringing a slice of this uniquely American holiday to corners of the world, far from its original roots. So you see, Thanksgiving today is a vibrant tapestry of traditions, both old and new. Despite its evolution, the core of Thanksgiving remains the same: a time to give thanks and celebrate the blessings of the past year. It's a testament to the enduring power of gratitude and the joy of shared celebrations. Despite its evolution, the core of Thanksgiving remains the same: